Alright, hello all those in the Twitch chat, all those that'll be watching this on YouTube later. Today I'll be working on, I decided what deck I wanted to play first. It was a toss-up between, there's a black-green Scape Shift deck that I really want to play. Elementals is getting a lot of hype. I really like the Risen Reef card. But I decided to go with Temur Elementals today. So I went ahead and spent some of my wild cards to build it. So we'll go into some of these cards here. Leafkin Druid's another new card. It's a new mana dork, so it's a 2-drop that pumps for 1. But if you have 4 more creatures, you get 2 green out of it. It's also an elemental, so it triggers our Risen Reef. Spark Double if we want another mana dork. It's another thing for Omnath to deal damage with. So it's not too bad of a card in this deck. We're pretty high on our mana curve. These Cavaliers are great elementals. The green one, in my opinion, is probably the best, but they are pretty costly. Leafkin Druid helps us get there. Paradise Druid, another mana dork, has Hexproof, logs, and untapped, and 1 mana of any color. That's a big deal for multicolored decks. Lava Coils helps get rid of those pesky Nicol Bolas. Let's see, Phoenix just gets it out of the way for us. A little bit of removal. Without a little bit of removal, it's pretty hard to interact. Risen Reef. Risen Reef is a new card from M20. It's a 3-drop 1/1. When it enters the battlefield under your control, you can look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you put it in the battlefield tab. If you don't, put the card onto the battlefield tab and into your hand. So it generates card advantage. Card advantage in Magic is a big deal. So getting a land and or card in your hand is phenomenal, and it combos really well to Chandra, which creates for 0, it creates 2 elementals, so we're triggering Risen Reef twice essentially with this card. It's a 3-drop, 1 colorless, 2 red. Put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker you control, so comes in for 4 loyalty. It's for its 0, you're pumping up your other Chandras, which we run all 3 in this deck here. This deck, by the way, I got from Todd Stevens. I did make 1 change, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Create 2 1/1 elemental creature tokens. They gain haste. That's great for Omnath. That's great for the Risen Reef. Anything that triggers how many elementals we have, elemental tribal, it's a good card. And then it's -2. You can cast a target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. If that card will be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So it lets you cast a card from your graveyard. It does not pay for the card. Keep that in mind when you play this. Spark Double is a card I put in myself. I believe the deck list had the elemental that got +1/+1 for each land card in your graveyard and on the battlefield, so it's a big pump card. I'm a big fan personally of Spark Double for 4, 3 colorless and a blue. It pretty much copies anything, so if you're comboing with a lot of creatures, I believe it has a little more value. That's my personal opinion, I guess my flavor. Well, thank you. My wife in the chat, my son saying hi. My son being 9 months old. We just did his 9-month-old appointment this week. 20 pounds, getting heavy, man. So another new elemental card, Omnath. Omnath, Locus of the Royal, on his battlefield deals damage to any target equal to the number of elementals you control. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target elemental you control. So it pumps your elementals, does damage based on the amount of elementals, so it's a pretty solid card for 4. It's a 3/3. Can't go wrong. This one is probably the weaker of the 3 Chandras that came out. Elementals you control get +2/+0 until end of turn, which isn't too bad. It's -1, gives you 2 mana. It's -2, deals 2 damage for 4. It's a good utility card, but I probably wouldn't run it past 1. The new Cavaliers are all elementals, elemental knights. So we got Cavalier of Gales. It's a 2-drop 3 blue. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of messages. Has flying. When Cavalier of Gales enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library. So it's not too bad. It gives you card draw. When it dies, you can scry to 5/5, so it's got a decent body for 5. Cavalier of Flame. For 2, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Not too terribly bad. When it enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards and draw that many cards. So if you got a dead hand, You're flushing out those cards, getting new cards. If it dies, it deals X damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Here's another one of the things where you gotta scroll down. Cards are getting so much text, you gotta scroll down. And that's on a 6/5 body, so a 5/5 body, a 6/5 body. I believe they're all 5 drops. Any 5 drop for 5/5, you know, with abilities is always a bonus. So the green one has reach. When Cavalier of Thorns enters the battlefield, over the top 5 cards of your library, put a land card from among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your graveyard. So it's ramp. When it dies, you can exile. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. And it recycles. I personally believe this is probably one of the better constructed Cavaliers. These aren't too terribly bad, but this having reach, being a 5/6, being able to ramp, I think is right in green's corner. That with shifting Ceratops will make green Stompy pretty solid. The new Mythic Chandra is our 6 drop. This spell can't be countered, which is great for a Planeswalker, because relying on a Planeswalker and then having it countered is very disheartening. So it's +2. Each opponent gets an emblem with at the beginning of your upkeep. Turn that off. Your opponent gets an emblem, this emblem deals 1 damage to you, so your opponent gets that emblem. So every time at the opponent's upkeep, it deals 1 damage, and it's just a +2. So you're just pumping that. Chandra Awakened Inferno deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. It's a -3. If you run an elemental deck, it's kind of beneficial to you, of course. Chandra Awakened Inferno deals X damage to our creature Planeswalker. So it's removal for -X. So off the bat, it's a 6 drop, 6 burn to a creature or anything that's in your way. Not too terribly bad. 3 I think might be a little much, but I haven't played any of these decks, so I can't judge whether that's true or not. But then we got our standard lane package. At the sideboard, we got our shocks, the gates if we need some counter package. Fry being the new, I don't know why they printed this card. I guess the hate for Teferi is so big. But it's a spell that can't be countered. It's a true drop, and it deals 5 damage to target creature Planeswalker that's white or blue, aka Teferi. Reclamation Sage, great for getting rid of artifacts or enchantments. Living Twister, if you need to go to the face, Vivian Reed. It's not too bad if you're trying to filter out some creatures and you need to get rid of some things. River's Rebuke, I think, is a cheeky way to get through somebody's wall, so it might not too bad if they're running, let's say, White Weenie or something. I might put a River's Rebuke in there. But all right, so I'm going to boom, Tamiyo done, and that is Temur Elementals. Let's get into some matches. Let's go to, sorry, black or green spells, red or green spells, 2 blue reds. Sounds like Temur to me. We're gonna go to constructed. Nah, we'll go to ranked. We'll go to traditional ranked. Traditional ranked. Let's see. Let's see what kind of decks we encounter at the low levels. I've never pushed dedicated to push. I've gotten to like silver. I think I'm in bronze now after the last 2 sets. This is best of, it better be best of 2. Alright. So we're got a 3 drop. I think it's about the best we can hope for. A mana dork would be nice. My opponent goes first, so I'm on the draw. I'm going to, this might be regretful, but I'm going to keep this. I'm going to hope that we don't do what we just did. Draw a land. this guy's probably playing the same thing I am. I almost guarantee it. Yep. Damn. Or dang. Sorry. Oh, the same deck. Alright, so we got another resin reef. I imagine Elemental is going to be something you're going to see a lot. Looks like he's playing the same thing. Did you draw the same hand? Sure. Sure. So, Omnath would be what? Sure. Alright. So 3 or 2. So we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go here. We're gonna get down math out. It's gonna do 2 damage. We're gonna kill this. We're gonna draw that. Might have been the bad play. Oh, bad. Alright, that's fine. Sure. Sure. So we got Lava Coil, which we're obviously going to Lava Coil to... Sure. Should have made the sure. Sure. I think we're getting out of control now. So I'm gonna go 4. Battle in. Make that bigger. We're gonna kill their Omnath. And then we're going to not do anything. Alright, so can we recover? We're going to go ahead and wipe it.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready to meet my throne. Check out these fireworks.
Go ahead and get those off the field. What you got? You got a crisis. It's fine. For a lot. This deck is pretty nuts. Start discarding some hands, man. Another one.
Hope it's not too hot for ya.
Hmm. He's always going to go swing for 12. He didn't miss it.
We'll protect the virtue of this world.
I think I have to race this guy. Sure.
The land fights for us.
Sure. Huh. Sure. Sure. Ooh, man. Should build scape shift. It's alright. Sure. Sure. Cavalier Thorns, not bad. It's not looking good for the home team. Sure. I don't need anything there.
Fizzled out.
Dang. Lava Coil ain't gonna get me there. Alright, let's see. What can we do? against someone that floods more than me. River's Rebuke. We could try that. Negate. Nah. Fry. Living Twister. We can try River's Rebuke. So we take that out. Probably want some shocks. Some shocks in there. How about negates? We'll try this. So we want to be faster. The question is, can we be faster? We obviously want to play first. Leafkin Druid. So definitely want a Leafkin Druid on two. And a ramp faster than this. Cancel that.
Anyone need a match? No? Too bad. Don't worry. I brought company.
See if we can race them, I guess. Sure.
What the heck? Gonna go for Chandra, which is obvious. Draw that card advantage. Blue. Laying something +1/+1. Sure. Sure. Neoform's such a good card. Sure.
What's that? 4, 1, 2. Okay, 2. We'll go. 1, 2, 3. We'll kill that one. Risen Reach so strong. So strong. What we got? You gonna attack me for 7?
Seek shelter in my stewardship. Rise, my elemental friend.
Sure. Two, three, 4. I just don't think I can outrace what he's doing. Oh, so go here. See what we got. Sure. It was a horrible play. I should use him as a defender. But I want to attempt. Drawing cards ain't gonna help me here. She's probably not gonna help me here. Put that on top. We're gonna go ahead and go to the next one. I'm too far behind. I can't outrace him. I made some pretty bad plays. Get our gold. I feel like the that Massacre Girl is getting more and more. What's our goalless deck look like? Does it run Massacre Girls? No. Alright, let's try again. Try again. Obviously want to play first. Lava Coil, Leaking Druid in our opening hand. We're gonna keep. We don't know what he's playing. Is it? Is it something? Well, let's at least got maybe Phoenix. Maybe Phoenix. Spell Pierce. Negate. Main board negate. Interesting. What deck main boards negate? Get that out of here. You can go home with that. Just a main board negate. What you got? You got another one? Sure. Sure. Matter. So 3. We're going to neg 2. I'm going to cast this on this.
Yeah, I like to think on my feet.
Go ahead and get that out of there too. Go ahead and get that out of here too. You got another one? Of course you do. Of course you do. Just gonna play all the Drakes, huh? I feel like we should be Charter Course. This is a Phoenix deck. I don't remember Phoenix decks having main gate. Main negates. Come on. Come on. Sure. I don't think it's Phoenix. This is Drake's. This is Drake's. Sure. You got lightning? Lightning bolt? Sure. Top of the library. This one. We're gonna put that up because we're gonna do this. Go ahead and kill this.
How many of you seen this one before?
And then we will do this. Who wants 2 lands on top of their deck? I don't. Alright, you got a 2-drop. Sure.
I'm happy as a hellion to start some fire. Go get 'em, buddies.
Sure. And I'm gonna draw a land next turn, so that's even worse. Oh. Just not my luck. Not my luck. Come on, trade. I'll trade. Sure. Sure.
Time to sleep for a week.
I need to scry. Oh. Do all math, that's fun. Two up top. We are not going to attack. We're going to hope for removal. Or you can lava cola me. Sure. I am not having any luck. Alright, so here is Drake's. Is it Drake's? Herbs Rebuke is bleh. Negates might not be bad. Leafkins. Fry. Fry's not gonna be bad. If I can get that combo rolling. Put in 2 fries. Shocks aren't gonna do anything. Negates might help, but we'll be alright. Alright, let's see. If we lose this one, we'll go to. Have to try black green scape shift, I would imagine. See, I can't rock those decks. Keep this. And we'll get rid of thorns. jump on. Riven Reef. You probably have some spells. Go ahead. Sure. 3. 6. You're still gonna get lava coil. So. Get rid of that. Negate. That's fine. That's why we have that. We have on death. Sure, take action. Oh, and nothing. Gone. Land. Spark double. We're going to. So we'll hold up lava coil. What you got? Sure. So it can't be countered, but they can add to the stack. It's interesting. Huh. It's not on me, man. It's on you. Sure. 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 All right. Oh man. Nvidia might be all right with I'm not sold on her, but I'm gonna keep it how it is. We're gonna keep it how it is and see what happens. Lava coil. Opponent goes first, we keep 7. I'm gonna keep it. Sure. 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 Blue. stays on board for another turn. Shock. You have... Really? You're gonna try a course again? Okay. It's weird. Interesting, interesting. You got land? No, you played your land drop. Mr. Trick. Mr. Trick. Carrying that. We're
Won't
gonna
lie,
create
I'm a pretty
elementals.
great pyromancer. These little guys are great.
This is the first time I got to do this. Okay, that's not great. That's not great. That's not what I wanted at all. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna get rid of a. Get rid of that. All right. Adapt, maybe? Oh, it's an 8 and adapt. Oof. Not adapting that. What are you looking for? So we definitely want to kill that. So I think we play Omnath. One, two, three, four. Sure. Sure.
You need to walk it off, Chandra.
Sure. Sulfur Falls. What do we want? I can't get past that. And that ramps me. Omnath, not going to do anything entering the field. Lava Coil is not going to kill it. Or I could double Lava Coil it. I think this is the right play. We gave it reach. We're going to put that into the battlefield tapped. I think we hold put. Sure. Sure. Yeah, we're definitely draking or coiling that. Time to race, buddy. Now I think about it, I should have swung with Cavalier first. If he would have blocked, that would have been alright. If not, he would have taken 5, and then I could have domed with Omnath, because he didn't block anyway. So he would have been down to 10 instead of 12. But that's why we play, because we learn. Sure. I'll kill him that next turn. Just letting you know. Letting you know. Oh, sure. Hmm. Sure. Might be able to get him here. Sure. Still not enough, maybe?
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best pyromancy student. Say hi to my fiery friends.
Still got a beacon bolt. Not terrible. Sure.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this.
Nope, couldn't give it haste. Well, that was a good try. Ellie's interactive. I think it's something I gotta play around with. There is the Neoform's kind of helpful. His Cavaliers are nice, but sometimes they feel non-situational. Lava coils aren't bad. Leafkin Druids. It might be just bad draws, but out of the 3 games we played, probably wasn't Probably not going to be a deck I would pursue paper-wise. Good thing about Arena is you can play some of these decks on, you know, your computer and then try to build them on paper. Cavalier Flame, situational. A lot of these are situational. Having the Risen Reef Chandra combo is great. For some reason, I couldn't pull a lot of Risen Reefs. Leafkin Druid's not bad. Paradise Druid is pretty good. Lava Coil came in clutch for Drakes, of course, being, you know, 4 toughness. Spark Double is pretty good. Omnath. And again, I could have misplayed. Could have. I know I did. I misplayed a lot in my head, and so. But it's interesting. I think Elementals is going to be one of the top tier decks. Vampires is another deck I'm looking at. I think the next deck I build is probably going to be the Scape Shift deck. I love that Explore package. I like Wild Growth Walkers. I like Jade Light Rangers. Having that new Dread presence with Scape Shift, I think combos really well. There's a black-green Citadel deck, or updated black-green Citadel deck, which I played black-green Citadel for a little bit. I played Amzan Citadel as well. But I think it plays the new Yark, which is your Panharmonicon on a creature. So York does essentially what Panharmonicon did, and it doubles any of the enter the battlefield effect triggers, which is pretty good for this deck, in my opinion. I might play around with this a little more. I really enjoyed this deck playing it. It was fun. But that was Temur Elementals. Again, if you have any questions or any suggestions for me, any critiques, I welcome them. You know, no critique is too harsh. We always want to get better. I want to provide better content for you guys. So we'll be looking at more decks in the future. Again, I'm Fanatix Mike, aka Rigme. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to play, was this Thursday F&Ms we got this week? We got Enterprise, I believe, is doing Modern, and Dothan is doing Standard. We have the release of Core 2020 this week. Pre-releases were last week, so if you need any boxes, bundles, Planeswalker decks, make sure to check out your local Fanatics. You can find me on Twitter at RigmeTV. You can find me on Facebook at Rigme. You can follow up for any updates on Fanatix Enterprise. You can follow the Fanatix Enterprise Instagram, Fanatix Enterprise Twitter is Fanatix_EP. I'll be uploading this video on YouTube if you just want to search Fanatix Enterprise. Again, I thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time I see you. And as always, happy gaming. Bye-bye.